Chains of Power, a contemporary African tale. The story unfolds in a fictional African country, Rwanda, which mirrors the realities of many African nations. The capital city, Kivumo, is bustling with a mix of skyscrapers, slums, and signs of both potential and decay. The story moves between presidential palaces, slums, oil fields, and youth gatherings.
Characters. President Bribery Mshindi, the long-serving leader of Rwanda, charismatic yet corrupt. He promises change but clings to power at all costs. Kwesi Ajuzi, a young, idealistic journalist determined to expose corruption and give a voice to the people. Amora Mwangi, a passionate activist and community leader, she advocates for youth empowerment and democratic reform. General Otieno, President Mshindi's ruthless military chief, willing to use force to suppress dissent. Kofi Dankwa, an aging opposition leader who has seen his share of betrayal but still fights for reform. Amina, a disillusioned university student who becomes radicalized after witnessing her peers struggle for jobs and basic rights. A nation in chains. Kivumo City, sleek government buildings contrasted with dilapidated housing, a bustling marketplace where people struggle to make a living. President Bribery Mshindi's luxurious office. He watches a speech on a television monitor showing a large crowd of protesters led by Kwesi Ajuzi. TV broadcaster, VO. The unrest continues in the capital as thousands of Rwandans, led by young activists, demand an end to President Mshindi's 30-year rule. Corruption, unemployment, and suppression of free speech plague this once promising nation. Mshindi's face twists into a smirk as he pours himself a drink. President Mshindi, smirking. The youth are restless, but restlessness is nothing without power. They'll soon understand how this country works. General Otieno enters the room. General Otieno, sir, we've tightened control. The military is ready. These so-called activists, they won't disrupt our plans. President Mshindi, good. We'll show them that progress comes through order, and we're the only ones who can maintain it. Kwesi Ajuzi is nothing but noise. Silence him if necessary. The streets of frustration. The streets of Kivumo. A group of protesters chant slogans as Kwesi stands on a makeshift stage. Amora Mwangi is beside him, addressing the crowd. Amora, passionate. For decades, we've watched our country's wealth be squandered by a few. They sit in their palaces while we, the people, suffer. It's time to rise, to demand accountability. Crowd, freedom, justice. No more corruption. Kwesi, grabbing the microphone. This is not just about one leader. It's about the entire system. We demand jobs, education, healthcare. The youth are not the future, we are the present, and we refuse to be ignored. Amina, watching from the back of the crowd, eyes filled with both hope and uncertainty. Behind closed doors. Inside President Mshindi's palace. He is meeting with foreign investors in a lavish dining room. John, investor. Rwanda has great potential, Mr. President. The oil fields alone could transform the economy. President Mshindi, indeed, but stability is the key. I'm the only one who can provide that, for a price. Michael, investor. What about the protests? President Mshindi, smiling. A small inconvenience. You'll see, once I secure my next term, all of this will quiet down. Business will flourish, gentlemen. The silent war. In a dimly lit room, Kwesi and Amora discuss their next move. Kwesi, frustrated. Mshindi controls everything: media, money, even the courts. We can't win this just by marching. The people are tired, Amora. Amora, determined. But we have something he doesn't: the truth. People are waking up. Corruption is rotting this country from the inside, and when enough people realize that, even Mshindi won't be able to stop the tide. Kwesi, sighing. I hope you're right. But he's not just going to let us expose him. I've seen what happens to people who dig too deep.